You traitors claiming I'm a Ruski agent, say it to my face and I'll break your nose. I'm sick of it. I will stomp your head in the ground, you traitorous maggots. While we go under Obamacare, North American Union, conquered by European banks, announcing our kids don't belong to us, total bondage, total surveillance, and you want to shoot your mouth off about me being a Ruski agent, I will stomp your head in the ground. And all you ISIS people threatening us, hey, we're not a French newspaper, okay? We got people that have taken your asses out in this building right now. We're armed to the teeth, and we're not scared. You got that, you sons of bitches? This is Texas. You want to threaten me, you can go straight to hell. You understand that? No one will go to the New York Times or care that it's even admitted that the government's hatching most of the terror plots. Or people will say, what are you doing? Endorsing radical Islam, saying it doesn't exist? I didn't say that. I said our criminal government is arming them, aiding and abetting them, protecting them to attack and kill us so they can take our freedoms. That's what I said.
Never water yourself down just because someone can't handle you at 100 proof. It's the Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, Glenn Beck, and everybody else that runs around claiming that I'm saying there aren't any real Muslim terrorists. That's a load of crud, and you know it.
It's time for humanity to stand up in the info war. You want to fight? You better believe you've got one.
Looking at Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, Trump since Thursday, and what he did skipping the debate has surged now from 3 points behind to 3 points ahead in most polls. Your take on Iowa, what you think's coming up tomorrow?
Well, I think Trump is going to win it. I'm not really sure what's going to happen on the Democrat side. It's kind of a toss-up. I think Cruz really shot himself in the foot with that kind of trolling ad that they put out, you know, threatening people kind of obliquely. You better show up or we're going to put it on your permanent record. So, I mean, I don't know why they would do that. It was so crazy. People were defending Ted Cruz.
They're talking about sabotaging yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, that was absolutely amazing. In terms of, you know, what's going to happen, I hope to see that Rand Paul is going to have a stronger finish than a lot of people believe.
I love seeing him come back. There's been a lot of cases, like Herman Cain was in the lead in Iowa, then later was out because of scandal. It's great to see him back in the debate and surging since he got more aggressive. I mean, I love Rand Paul. Known him 20 years.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. He's talking about a lot of issues that need to be talked about. One of the reasons that Donald Trump is doing so well is because he's talking about a lot of issues that others won't talk about. It's too bad that the two of them can't combine those issues. In other words, Trump's got one set of issues that are very important that nobody else will talk about, and he's addressing the concerns of the electorate. And Rand Paul is doing that, and nobody else is taking.
Sure, it's just Rand didn't get, though, that it doesn't matter with the populist. When he attacks the guy that's the torchbearer for populism, it's going to blow up no matter if he's right or wrong.
Exactly. And I think the Republican Party is more populist than it is libertarian at this point, quite frankly.
That's right. The populists have been taking it over, the libertarian populists. That's who we are. Just Americana, you know, low taxes, family rights, states' rights, basic stuff. We just don't want to be a place run by Bernie Sanders and work camps. I know everybody wants to live in a Venezuela or Chinese work camp. Because you've lived in freedom so long, you're defecating all over what your forebears gave you. But what about Sanders? Such a creep, such a weasel. He knows it's a fraud. He knows the ultra-rich love socialism because they're exempt from it offshore. To see tens of thousands out for him and all the frothing idiots that follow him, it's very despicable.
He's kind of like an old Che Guevara T-shirt, isn't he? I mean, I call him Bernie Sandinista because we had these videos that were released showing him going back in the 1980s, talking to the Nicaraguan Sandinistas, talking about how wonderful they were. And it was absolutely, you know, totally whatever happened in the last 40 years, it never affected Bernie Sanders whatsoever.
Socialism it doesn't fail. It's criminals running slaves, robbing everyone everywhere, with select international robber barons at the UN tapping all the stolen money.
He wants to say he's running...
Communism was created by Goldman Sachs, folks.
Yeah, he wants to say he's running against the Wall Street banks, but, you know, it was a year ago that we had Bloomberg saying 700% return on investment. The bankers were bragging about they were getting that from the Venezuelan communists. They said they understand that their responsibilities to paying our debt come before food, water, and medicine for their own people.
The communists always are at the end of a New York banker.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I mean, New York sent 100,000 plus men in 1917 to take over Russia. And literally those same organizations created Goldman Sachs, who's the main funder of gun control, open borders. And if America will look up to that, you're done, folks. You're done. You figure that out or it's over. The commies work for Bilderberg and Davos, period. You figure that out, you dummies, or it's over. And I see Bernie Sanders rallies. I'm sorry, I'm not into how you look or whatever, but they're fat, they're stupid, they're soft, they're welfare heads, they're government workers. They are piles of self-propelled trash who are so stupid. And they've grown up in the bosom of freedom, and they don't appreciate any of it, and they don't know that communism is slavery. And it makes me want to throw up how dumb you are. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, and I guess, you know, that's what the left is saying about a lot of the people who are occupying this wildlife refuge. And I think we're right in both cases. But we also need to understand that the FBI was going to assassinate Occupy leaders. So, you know, when they're offering socialism as a solution, that's not a solution. They're using...
But then they put that in the file to leak it to make them look legitimate. That whole thing was run by the feds, who, again, are run by foreign banks. Let me explain liberals. General Electric and Google and Apple, your little liberal companies with Al Gore involved, pay zero tax globally. They write the tax code, okay? And they promote socialism, so you get a chicken feed check that's administered by them, and they run your life, and you don't compete with them. Game over, man. Game over. How do you domesticate a pig you're going to butcher? You give it the food every day so it thinks you love it till the day you put a rope around its leg and pull it up and slit its throat as it squeals with blood shooting out both sides, you idiots. I will slap you upside your moron heads until you wake up to this. You will wake up about communism. You will grow up. You will find out why Bill Gates and Bernie Sanders supported, and Warren Buffett and every other piece of trash, globalist, parasite, trillionaire raping of the world. I'm sorry, David. Go ahead. What do you think about Hillary? Total liar, total criminal. I mean, I love the fact they won't indict her. It shows how rotting this whole system is.
Well, when Richard talked to her in Iowa and asked her about the email, she said, absolutely not true. I've never had anything that was classified on my servers. And she said that continually. And now we've seen in the last couple of days, even the State Department says we can't release these emails because they're classified. So it's out there. We understand there's no question at all about whether or not she had classified information on her server. There's absolutely no question. But like Bill Clinton, she can continue to tell a lie in front of the photographic evidence.
You're against you're against women. Well, David, I'm glad you're back safe from Oregon. Thanks for the great job, you and Joe Biggs, and also your son, Travis Knight, who went. Great job. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
We only got like 30 seconds left. Listen, I get really mad because I've studied history, and we are going downhill like a snowball headed for hell, to quote the hag, Merle Haggard. There's no debating this. And folks better get involved politically. They better get on their knees to Jesus, too, and ask God for guidance, because we're in trouble. And all the people that serve the system, you're being fools. You're being conned. You look at all the little communist kids complaining on their trust funds, on their $500 iPhones, about how capitalism is bad. It gives you all these choices, all this freedom, and it's only a shadow of a real free market that you could have. For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality silver bullet from InfoWarsLife.com and to help others during Christmas by teaching them about the powerful benefits of silver. Secure your silver bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.